Alright, so it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. In today's video, as you see beside me, we're going to be talking about the Sidekick. So that's the RTV-XG850 from Kubota. So Kubota's kind of redesigned them a little bit, so we're going to talk to you about what's new about them, as well as do a ride and drive to kind of show you what's changed and what that actually means for you. So stick with us, we'll do the overview first and do what we always do, and that's start at the front and work our way to the back. So behind me is the old style 850 and this is the new style. Virtually the same, right? So this one actually has the Nordic kit on it, and that was kind of, at the time, was what you pieced together to make the same sort of kit. So a few updates on it. First, and number one, is the color. You'll see it's kind of a silver color, new this year to the lineup for Canada. And I say that because whenever it was an anniversary edition down in the States there about 2 years ago it came out, so finally available in Canada. After that you'll see some of the grill guards down below, and you know, the winch and stuff is kind of updated and changed, but at the end of the day, very minor changes. And this is, most of this is what you do get with the Nordic kit. Outside of that is you're going to see new tires on it. So again, that replaced your heavy duty work sides. So these are supposed to be like a very aggressive turf tire now. You're still going to have the guy who really wants to oversize it, put a knobby tire on it, like for that long ATV ride, you don't have to worry about mud, but these are supposed to perform really well and do it, and that's why we're going to be taking it out today and seeing what it does, see if it is a big improvement. So in the cab itself, nothing has changed. Same layout, same everything. It is just an updated version. The biggest change that you're going to see, and it's under the box there, is the engine itself. So remember before, it was kind of a confusing thing. It was a Subaru, Kubota, Yamaha engine. It was all kind of mixed and matched, and you know, we were told it was a Kubota under there, and it was branded Subaru, but that didn't matter. There's a lot of words to tell you. Well, now it's 100% Kubota. You know, it's made in the same manufacturing plant it was before, but the stickers, everything is Kubota. They've upped the horsepower. What it's supposed to have done, made it a lot smoother. So it's made it smoother so that whenever you get up to where it governs out around that 65 kilometers an hour, it's supposed to not bounce on there and it's supposed to be smooth. We're going to see that today. Also, whenever you're towing weight, it's supposed to sit more level. Whenever you're putting weight in the back, again, more level, more comfortable. I don't know who puts 1,000 pounds in there and then goes for a 100 kilometer drive, but it'll do it now. It probably would have before, but now it's supposed to do it better with that 3 or 4 extra horsepower and that smoother transmission. So let's actually now jump out there and try these out. You know, again, I brought Kyle along to see what his opinion is of it. So let's jump to that now.
Okay, we're out on the trail. We've got the new Sidekick. We're gonna get you set up in here. We're gonna share some opinions. It's gonna be a little bit loud, but bear with us. We'll get you sorted out. Huh.
What's that?
No, it's just the cab's really nice.
Oh yeah. You'd know better about that than I would. You've seen lots of them.
Yeah.
Alright, let's give her a whirl. I'd still say it's doing it. Definitely cannot put your foot down and go. That is super annoying.
Okay, so there was a little more wiggle room, but ultimately you're still doing that weird hunting governing thing.
Yeah. So I could compare to the other one, we won't demonstrate it there, but there's more wiggle room to actually just have your foot sit there and give you room to stay at 65 kind of idea, but you can't just put your foot down and go. Which is what it should be. About to hit it here, and there it is. It's just going to save everything.
Yeah, it goes up and down.
So if I let my foot off a little bit, I am losing a few kilometers, like well, not that bad, but it's not hard to have it sit at that 66.
So we're gonna hop into the the older machine and see what that governor feels like. I remember it being a lot more aggressive, but we'll obviously double check for science.
We will know in a couple minutes. Right here.
Okay, so this used model, this is part of that previous generation that really brought up the complaint, right?
Yep, that's right. Definitely know right away that it's banging off there, but
I would argue it's worse, but they're both kind of not great.
that's the best. Yeah.
You know, yeah, don't need much more testing than that.
No, exactly.
The delivery, the torque, power band, all of it's better. That governor is better in the other unit,
Just drive across the gate.
but
Yeah,
it's not fixed.
Yeah. As you can see from the results today, this is a very capable machine. You know, whenever you're on the trail driving it, you're going to be quite comfortable. You know, the delivery of that engine through the transmission and everything is quite smooth. The bandwidth, everything, it rides good, whether it's in high, low. You're going to enjoy that aspect of it. You're very comfortable in that cab. You know, you can load it all up with options, whatever you're looking for. It's going to make your day. You're going to love it. But there's a few things you should be aware of before purchasing. And the number one thing for me, complaint-wise, is that governor. Before, you know, like whenever you're driving one to the other, so old one, new one. So whenever you're driving one from the other, from the old one to the new one, you should know that this one, whenever it's against the governor, it's going to, like, the best description is it's pulsing there, just ding, 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 ding. Whereas this one's more of a beat, where it just kind of wants to get you up there and then lets off. Gets you up there and lets off. So it's something to know. Be aware of it. Don't make it a deal breaker, but know that it is there. With that governor doing that as well, there's two lesser things. One is your foot position. Like Kubota or anybody could say that, you know, whenever your foot's all the way down, you're quite comfortable, and that is very true. But now all of a sudden, because you're trying to keep it off that governor, your foot's kind of like dangling in the air. Well, that gets kind of uncomfortable. You know, it's not going to be at 10, 20 kilometers, but you can imagine a full day ride of, you know, 150, 200 kilometers. Your ankle is really going to hurt or hate you, one or the other. So that's some of the things you've got to be aware of. It's not a deal breaker. This is a very capable machine. It's going to do whatever you want, whether you're doing some fencing, you know, going out. But if you are going to be spending all day in it, trying to get it to a high speed, or what Kubota calls a high speed, just be aware of it. So the best way is actually, if you go to your local dealership, talk to the product specialist, see if they have room to do a ride and drive, to know if it is the machine for you. So if you did enjoy today's video, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please down below. Thank you.